one. Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to yet again another fantastic indie creator interview. It is your Caped Crusader Cody, and we are keeping it geekly with our returning friend, Charlie McElvy. We're here to break down Milestone and everything in between. Charlie, welcome back to the show. Give us a breakdown of what's happened since you last been on.
Dude, so, well, first off, thanks for having me back. I absolutely love being on with you. Your energy's great.
Yeah, dude, thank you.
It's not often. Yeah, no, it's not often I run across somebody who's probably even more high energy than me. And I know you're drinking the sugared version of Monster, so I am not. Maybe I should switch. So let's see. Last time we talked, I'm trying to think where we finished off, but Spider Squirrel number 3, the close of Volume 1, was successfully funded.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you. I've got like 10 international packages to go out the door, and that's it. So we're almost 100% fulfilled, which is great. So I got my track record going of getting all the books out in a reasonable time. I was slowed down by a little bit of a work trip, but yeah, no, I'm super excited. And so yeah, Spider Squirrel wrapped up, and we went right into Milestone.
Hey, congratulations once again. Monster, if you're watching, you owe us both a sponsorship right now. Right now, we are hitting the morning strong. We have Daniel over on YouTube stopping in to say, morning, gents. Welcome to the stream, Daniel. How are you doing? Hey, Charlie, give us a little bit of a breakdown of who you are as well for anyone who is just watching this for the first time.
Oh, sure. So, dad of 7. I just married off my oldest daughter 2 weeks ago, I guess, almost 3 weeks ago.
Congratulations on that as well, man.
Thank you. Super excited. I guess my primary identification is as a husband and a father. Those are my most important jobs, and so I take those very seriously. Been married almost 26 years. It'll be 26 years next, not this coming Sunday, the following Sunday. So, looking forward to that. I've been on Ninja Warrior. I've been doing comics for 12 years now. Got my start. It was funny. It came up this morning on Twitter. Got my actual start and kind of real excitement about getting into comics by printing stuff for Mike Grell. He was one of my earliest clients when I used to own a print shop, and that was a really fun, cool thing. But anyway, that's a story for another day. So I do Ninja Warrior. I actually compete in obstacle course racing. In fact, I'm wearing a Spartan race shirt now. And if you go to YouTube, you can find a commercial with me and my entire family in it for Premier Protein. Just search for Premier Protein Charlie Fan and you'll find me.
That's awesome, man. I've
got all kinds of great stories about that. Yeah, the 30-second commercial took 17 hours of filming. At my house.
Man, hey, you might say I might have a little bit more energy than you. I've considered myself a extremely busy person, and I think you might be busier than me. So it's almost like the yin and the yang of that. We have Daniel saying he's good but sick at home, so he's able to watch this. I hope you start feeling better. Sorry to hear you're sick. So
yeah, they think Dan's got some serious sinus issues going on right now, so I hope you feel better, buddy.
Yeah, I've been living with the Flonase. I have 2 cats. And I love my cats, but I've had cats most of my life. Somehow I got allergic to them. That becomes a thing. You randomly get allergic to things that you love later, indigestion from pizza too. I'm like, dude, life is just has it out for me. So let's talk a little bit about Milestone. What drove you to create this character? This is actually breaking away from the universe of Spider Squirrel, correct?
Yeah, it's a direct spinoff. In fact, if you've read Spider Squirrel number 3, he made his first full appearance in that book. And because the Kickstarter overfunded so successfully, we added a 6-page epilogue, which is a direct lead-in to the Milestone series. So it's a very smooth, he's here, and now we you'll see what's going on. But there's even in the first, there's a preview on Global Comics. If you guys are Global Comics subscribers, or if you're not, go become one. It's free. You can create a free account. There's a 9-page preview of Milestone number 1 on Global Comics right now. So you don't have to decide, is this book going to be good? You can actually find out. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Say that. I didn't write this one, so I can say that. Because I'm not an egotist. I don't know. I have a hard time patting myself on the back. But
no, I think that is an awesome idea. Not to interrupt, but I think it is a great idea to have people get a taste of whether they're going to like it or not, and it's free. There's no cost to them. It's free to sign up. Or you don't even have to log in, right? I think you can just read it off the website.
I'm pretty sure you can just read it off the website. So so I'm excited about that. Uploaded that this morning. But yeah, Milestone is it's a really fun take. It's if you're a fan of Marz and Ron Lim just redid not redid, but they did a new run on Silver Surfer Rebirth. And I just read that over the weekend for fun, and because I always love the classic Surfer. And I thought to myself, this is a perfect, analogy. If you like that kind of soul-searching, Silver Surfer book that Ron and Ron did years ago, a little bit of Rebirth, but not so much. This is a perfect book for you because this is a character who is extremely vulnerable as a human, but extremely destructive and powerful as a being.
Mm-hmm.
And so this human being is now both the greatest savior of the universe or the greatest threat. And it all depends on how he responds to his outside, forces. So it's a really, really cool book. And there's Vito wrote some really cool Grant Morrison-esque elements in this book. It's just, you gotta read the blasted thing. it's
so
fun.
how did we see this character get introduced into the universe of Spider Squirrel? Like, how was his first initial introduction?
So in Spider Squirrel number 2, the last panel, there's a shadowed figure, and that's all you see, and you don't know what's going on. He's in Dr. Eon's lair, we'll just call it that. Poked a little fun at that in the second issue already. But he's there, and he frees Wonder Man and Hourglass, and the trio go and help Spider Squirrel save Richmond as well as the universe, and possibly the entire multiverse. But we don't see how he got free. So we understand that Milestone was actually a captive. We allude to it if you read the Zoop campaign, it actually mentions that Spider Squirrel freed him, so there's no spoiler there. But how, we haven't shown yet. So that's a story that's coming later.
Okay.
So while it's kind of a fun retroactive, wait, where did this happen? If Spider Squirrel freed him, but Spider Squirrel was busy over here doing this, what's going on? Mm-hmm. So we'll touch on that in Spider Squirrel Volume 2.
No, that's awesome. And I always like the throwbacks and the flashbacks. So what drove you to make a spinoff for this character? Was that always the plan starting out, or?
Yeah, that was the plan from the beginning. So Spider Squirrel is my flagship character. It's it's the stake in the ground. I claim this territory. This is my universe. And so he and Trash Panda will be ubiquitous. They'll show up in every major series at least once. They'll probably show up in every issue somewhere in the background or as a mention or something. But it was always the plan that the Zion universe would be expansive. And for anybody who followed the gaming stuff that I created over the years, the many characters, they span everything from legacy, golden age, World War II era heroes like Milestone, to modern heroes and a little bit more offbeat like Spider Squirrel, to more traditional superheroes, to the cosmic and everything in between. So Milestone is to my cosmic books what Spider Squirrel is to my overall universe. So he's also a new flag in the ground to show us that there's a bigger universe that Zion's involved with. And while we've kind of teased that a little bit in Spider Squirrel with him bouncing through the Indie Comics multiverse, that was a little bit more of a plot device fun thing to do, but this is a lot more specific in that This is the Zion universe, and there's a lot more out there than just Spider Squirrel, Earth, or even Milestone.
So was that multiverse kind of like your way of like putting your toes into the water to kind of get ready to write this universe?
Sort of. So it actually served as a dual purpose thing. So I'm a big fan of community, and or anybody follows me on Twitter, I share stuff all the time. I back tons of books. I'm a super backer. Yay me. But I love indie comics, and I love what we have out there. And so doing that multiverse thing with Spider Squirrel number 1 and 2 was really a two-part thing. One, it was a way to just show that there is a lot more out there, and that we could have a lot of fun with it. It was also a lead-in to a tease in Spider Squirrel number 3, which I won't spoil if you haven't read it yet. But there might be a new power set for Spider Squirrel, and so there's a little bit of that. The other side of it was, in promotion too, because it was nice to have other creators promote what they were doing in my book. So it was a nice way to kind of generate some a groundswell. But the other side of it is the community side of it for me, and I wanted to introduce either creators or characters that I was a fan of and put them into my book and showcase them.
So awesome.
Yeah, and so thank you. And at the end of each little interstitial story that each creator produced, We try to put in like a web link, you know, URL, or hey, go check it out here, or buy it on Indie Planet or whatever. So whether you like my book or not, you can always like their books and go read their books. And so that was always the plan.
No, and I thought the way it was done was it was executed awesome. You know, I loved it when I had the chance to. We went through it together, and it was such a neat experience to kind of see the different art styles and writing styles and the different heroes and everything. I thought it was really, really unique. So how are we going to kind of see that play out with the whole universe at your fingertips? You know, like it seems like it would be so easy just to get lost in that.
So, great question. No, there's a larger plan to introduce. So, first off, a lot of people have asked me, are you going to have him keep bouncing through the Indie Comics multiverse? Not in my books necessarily, unless they do a special or something. That was kind of a one-off. He can show up. There is the opportunity for Spider-Squirrel and Trash Panda, frankly, to show up in other people's books. So if anybody wants to do crossovers, there's already the precedent's already set, right? So it makes sense. But as far as my universe, which is where I'm really focused right now, there is a larger story being told. You'll be introduced to a librarian soon. We just put a teaser on the Zoop page for her pages. She's going to make her first appearance actually in the Spider-Squirrel trade paperback. But as I posted on my Substack, that's if you bought the floppies and don't want to buy the trade, I'm not going to punish anybody. So that same story, it's 10 pages, will be reprinted in Spider-Squirrel Volume 2, Issue 1 as a prelude, and then we go right into Volume 2. So I'm not out for cash grabs. Nobody has to buy everything that I put out. I hope you do, but I understand, you know, economics. I also understand as fans, you either buy floppies or you buy trades sometimes, or neither, or both, or whatever. So everybody's a little different. So I'm trying to accommodate that and still get the full story out there. There's going to be more of that. So she's the first of several enigmas that you'll meet. Well, actually, she's not the first, because we met Apollyon at the end of issue 3. But she's one of the earliest enigmas that you're going to meet that plays into a bigger, how do you want to say it? They kind of guide us through the universe. Let's just say it that way. So there's a bigger story. There's a bigger problem coming, and that'll continue to open things up progressively. So there's a progressive rollout planned.
Well, that is awesome. Let's go ahead. I think right now would be the perfect opportunity to switch over to that Zoop page and kind of check out the campaign and see some of the tiers.
Yeah, so here we are. This is the Zoop page. You can see we're about 75% funded, which is good. We've got a little over a week left. We'd love to knock that out, just get it done by this weekend, guys. So jump in. Little teaser here, a little byline teaser at the top. And so first off, I love Zoop's platform. Structure and organizational. I think we're all used to seeing a teaser at the top, you know, image or something like that with Kickstarter, and then you see the story. A little inverted here, where you have this teaser, but there's a byline, which is nice. So a little bit more than just a single line too. It's a couple of paragraphs. Gives you a nice chance to get in there. You can see the status of the book right off the bat, and then immediately go right into the rewards. So you can scroll down. And here's what I love.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I like how it lets you introduce your creative team right at the top too.
Yeah, originally it was great when Zoop puts these together for you. You send them all the information, they put it together, and I was insistent, and they were totally with me on this one. I didn't want it to have my name. I wanted it to have everybody else's name.
That's awesome.
I created the character in the universe, but these guys are really the creative team behind this book, and so it doesn't happen without them. So that was
I just thought it was really cool, because in a lot of other campaigns, like you really don't see that. The creative team is usually listed at the bottom after you go through all the tiers. So I thought it was really awesome that you had them listed at the top.
Yeah, I love that. And that's what I love about it. That's one of the things I really enjoy about Zoop. What's really cool here is this is a shopping experience. So if you are familiar with Kickstarter and never used Zoop, you don't have to pick just one of these. Like, you don't have to sit there. And I know I do this because I back a lot of stuff. Him and Haw sometimes going, well, you know, which one do I want? You know, okay, I think I want this. And then I get, you know, I select something, and then I go to the add-ons page. And I'm like, well, crap, I could have done it this way, you know, and, you know, you're always trying to maximize it. So what's really cool is you can select one or more of each of these. So if you wanted 5 copies of that cover, that Marcus Williams cover on the right there, $15 cover, you can drop 5 of those into your cart right now. And you don't have to look for, you can create your own bundles is the essence of it. So I can grab that one, that one, that one, that one. Oh, look, there's a Zoop exclusive one. I want that one. Oh, sweet. Oh, there's some holofoils. So I
that's
did
awesome too.
And I did create a bundle to give some people options at a discount. So you don't just have to create your own bundle. So you can actually get one with, a couple with discounts. But
So
yeah.
I see the Indie Comics digital bundle. So it looks like you're offering something with the community once again.
Always. So a lot of creators, and this isn't all of them, but a lot of creators have jumped in. Russell Novelty and several others, Kat Calamia. Those guys have given me an option, and that's okay. Yeah, you have to create an account to actually add it.
Does it let you see when you click on it, or does that just add it to cart?
Oh no, it just adds it to cart.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I've listed. If you go to the updates, there's a screenshot. You can on the left, you can just click update. Yeah. But should take you down.
There we go.
That's okay. Yeah. You scroll down a little bit. There's a nice teaser for the librarian. If you keep going, just page teasers from issue 2. There you go. So there's a screenshot of all the books that are in that bundle. So it's like $50 worth of indie comics for $5.
We just had Home Free on not too long ago, and Alan, dude, a lot of familiar faces in here. Edwin as well. And Jeff, dude, and Dan, look at that. Got half my boys on here.
There, see, I love it. And so those guys and gals were awesome. They more or less donated their books to my campaign. So a measly $5 gets you about $50 worth of really awesome books. The creators, Cody, so you know how awesome these guys are. Vito and Dean Haskell's Purple Heart is down there. The Shaolin Nun from J.C. Carter and Greg Maldonado. Greg's doing a story. Greg and JC are doing a story for us right now for the Spider Squirrel annual coming up next year. So that's what you get in the Indie Comics bundle. I also have, once we hit goal, there's a Black Creators bundle, or a Creators of Color bundle that isn't listed, isn't shown here, but I have a series.
Where would the goal be?
The goal's at the very top.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if there was like a special stretch goal thing I should be looking at or not.
No. Oh, there is in the details. There's a list for stretch goals.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I do. I love this little bar too. It's nice just to click on it. Automatically takes you there.
Isn't that great? Stretch goals are on the left. So yeah. It's not a perfect platform because it's still new. I mean, these guys are, I don't know, maybe 2 years old. And they were initially all majorly selective and curated. It's still curated, which I love. So, I mean, I know it's not always the best thing because some people feel like they can't get in, but it's got to grow. And I love that they're receptive to feedback, and they do all kinds of great stuff. But I also love the flexibility of this platform because, again, you already scrolled past it, but as you noticed, if you go past the rewards, the add-ons are visible right off the bat. I don't have to wait to see add-ons. They're right there.
Yeah.
So whether you want some of my earlier books from WatchGuard, if you want the entire Spider Squirrel, collection because you missed it the first time, or if you just want to add on some trading cards or whatever, there's just all your add-ons. You can totally plan your shopping experience. And as you scroll down, you can just add what you want and then go edit your cart. And you can increase or decrease your numbers and make it right. Check out, and then like Kickstarter and most other platforms, they don't charge you until it's funded. So there's no risk.
Yeah, no, that's really cool. I like how easy it is. Like the ease of shopping, it seems next level compared to everything else. A big thing that I have, one thing that I guess I wouldn't say I hate, but one thing that's, it's always annoying to get the emails, and then you go to fill out everything, and then you have to do add-ons later or something because Backer Kit, it makes you wait or something. So it's nice that it lets you do it right off the rip. We have CM Holy Chris Moses over on Twitch saying 2 of my favorite people in the indie community. Carbine Games over on YouTube. Love the creator overlaps here. Yeah. Charlie, I love all the love you're showing the indie community, man.
No, I love these guys too. They're fantastic. It's just the best, man. One of the things I just gave them feedback, this is a development thing that's coming, but one of the things you can't currently do with Zoop or Kickstarter is you can't go and just after the fact go, oh, there's a new add-on, let me go buy that and add it to my whole thing. You have to either cancel your pledge and then re-add everything. With Zoop, one thing you could do is you could actually go in and just add, instead of canceling and doing that whole thing, you could just do tip jar. Pick a buck, $1 tip jar, and then do your add-ons that way. If you want to, you help me out a little bit more, but also it makes it easier for you. You don't have to cancel everything. They are going to, it's already in the works. They are going to make it so you can do mid-campaign add-ons without having to update your cart. You simply go and it'll have a signifier that says this person's already a backer. They're logged in. They already picked their reward tiers. Now we're going to do your add-ons. So I'm really excited about that. So they're growing.
And real quick, before we wrap things up completely, because I just looked at the time and it is almost time for you to get to work. Here's a look at the stretch goals really quick.
Now, those are slightly modified. If we hit goal, or when we hit goal, I'm going to say it that way. When we hit goal, every backer will get the Black Creator Bundle. So that's now a given regardless. So, and if we hit the rest of these, I'll invest in, you guys are basically investing in this with me. We'll invest in this together and get you some really cool free stuff.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So here is the Zoop campaign in the comments and in the links below. Be sure to check that out. Share it. If you're unable to back, sharing it is 100% free. Word of mouth is very crucial at this point in the campaign, and it will help Charlie out a ton. So with that being said, let's go ahead and begin wrapping things up. Let me go to my proper format there. So Charlie, after going through that, what would you like to say to anyone that is on the fence about backing your Zoop campaign, if you had a moment to say anything to them?
Well, I mean, look, there's nothing to be hesitant about. One, you can preview 9 pages of the book now and decide if it's for you or not. That's great. And if you do decide for you, but you're not sure about the Zoop thing, let me remind you, hey, indie comics is disruptive in its nature. We are progressive in the sense of trying to push the market. And so everything we're doing is on the front lines of innovation within the comics community. Zoop is right there with us. It is a comics only platform currently, or comics adjacent, so it's really about you and me. It's all about those people who really care about comics and comics only. So the whole platform is designed for that. Is it perfect? Nope, not yet. But we can make it perfect by continuing to provide them feedback, growing the market space, and then we push the envelope to make Kickstarter better too, which means everybody benefits. So it hurts no one for you to sign up for a free account. Come check out my book. If you like it, back it. Let's get it going and let's rock and roll.
Is Jordan like in the corner somewhere? Like, does he have you held hostage, Charlie?
I'm not even sure he's awake yet. Actually, that's not true. I know Jordan. He's probably up at 7 o'clock Pacific time. But yeah, no, I'm not. I am. I'm a fan. I'm a backer as well as a creator on Zoop, and I really love the campaign. I love the format. And for creators, for you guys and gals, maybe considering getting on Zoop or not, there's a fulfillment option. Well, they'll fulfill everything for you too. So you really can focus on creating more books and not doing what I'm doing right now and packing and shipping and packing and shipping and packing and shipping and I love it, but it's tough.
So let's end things strong, Charlie. For anyone that is watching, and you know the drill, for anyone that is watching, and let's say they're struggling getting a story written that has any sort of length to it, like more than one issue, what sort of advice would you offer them to kind of give them a little bit of longevity in their writing?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think the biggest thing you can do is sit down, and if you haven't already built your world, and I know a lot of people, myself included, sometimes start with characters and then the world kind of comes out of the characters. That's great. Let them breathe. Get into the heads of the character. Who is this character? Who is he or she? What are they doing? Are they and really let the universe grow from there. Where would they go if they were in college? Where would they go if they went to college? Where would they go if they went off into space? Are there other universes, planets? Are there places, cities, whatever? And then let the cities breathe into you. They're characters too. And so I think you take everything and you treat every element of your world as a character. They all breathe life into each other, and it becomes very naturally synergistic. So try to listen to what everyone's telling you in your cities and your planets and your people. And you'll be surprised at how many stories just pop out of that if you think about them that way. So everything has life.
That is awesome, Charlie. Thank you once again for stopping by, breaking down Milestone with us. It's always a pleasure to get you back on. Anytime you have any other Kickstarter campaign, come back on. And hell, even if you don't, we need to get you on just to chop it up, man. It's always a blast talking with you. Everyone watching, it is New Comic Book Day. Check out this awesome Zoop campaign. Make sure you back Milestone. If you're unable to share, back it, share it. Word of mouth is 100% free. I hope you all have an awesome Wednesday, but most importantly, keep it geekly.